everybody, CareyAnn here, and I've got my friend Wes Poole with Punch List with me today, and we're going to be keeping you in the know, all things repairs, renovation. What else? What are we talking today, Wes?
That about covers it, CareyAnn.
And we're done. I love it.
So yes, repairs and renovations, ways to increase your value as a real estate agent to your clients. Potentially increase the sales price, which is good for everything or for everybody involved, and really just equip you to be successful in this competitive business.
Yeah, so I've been getting out there and talking all about my friends over at Punch List, and number one, they're amazing, a vendor just as a support system to all of our local real estate agents here, but also they are creating programs that are allowing you and I to think outside the box. So one thing that Wes and I have done over the last couple of years when nobody liked lenders that were using government financing, right, because it possibly required a repair or two, that's when my friends over at Punch List would come in and I would be able to send them the appraisal report, the repairs could be done, we could charge them a time of close, and even I, depending upon the price point, could even cover those for the buyer. So that was a huge win during the time frame when government financing was not as favorable as many of you are allowing it to be today. And so I know one of the things that you shared with me the other day that I would love to get out there a little bit more is talk about this thing where maybe you could come repair my home before the listing agent even puts the home on the market. Tell me all the things.
Yeah, so, as a renovation and repair company, that doesn't make us unique. Something that does make us unique is what you're talking about now, CareyAnn. So most companies, if you do any sort of, repairs or renovation, they're going to require maybe 50% up front and 50% upon completion. We don't require that. So for any pre-list repairs, or actually for that matter, pre-closing, doesn't necessarily have to be pre-listing.
Okay.
The payment is not due until closing as long as the total job size is under $10,000.
$10,000, okay.
Yes. So, how real estate agents can, practically use this in their business is, when you get a new listing and you're walking the property, for an experienced agent, there's going to be some things in that house that stand out. Like this is going to be a problem.
Sure,
We don't want, buyers to back out of deals, right? We want the house to be on the market for as short a time as possible and get sold for the highest price possible. So I always encourage agents to be a proactive agent instead of a reactive agent.
Love that.
So prior to actually going live with the listing, you can get some of these repairs done, avoid these pitfalls and these roadblocks during the transaction, and then your client doesn't have to pay until closing. So I literally had a conversation last week with an agent who recommended this to their client. They did $9,000 worth of work on this property prior to listing. They increased the list price by $20,000.
Wow.
And her client didn't have to pay until or will not have to pay until closing. So again, that shortens the transaction. It makes the client more money, right? In this example, potentially $11,000. And the agent makes more money.
Yeah,
so,
and you shine bright. I mean,
exactly.
and you're going to put that in your portfolio, of the success story to be able to even do so much more.
Yeah, it's a differentiating factor. We all have to differentiate ourselves. We were just talking about that this morning.
Yeah.
Essentially all real estate agents help people buy and sell homes. Okay.
Right.
That doesn't make you unique, right? What makes you unique are these value adds, these bells and whistles, these shiny objects that actually bring value to your clients and make you look better and make everybody happier.
Yeah, and I think so many of you utilize, lenders to do that as well. I mean, there's so many more vendors, from the home warranty world to the repair and renovation world. But I love what you're saying. These value adds can really make a difference. So many people are equity. All their cash is within their equity, right? And they just don't have that extra $10,000 to do a repair or two. So this is a huge win. So let's just say I'm a real estate agent and I go out and I'm looking like, oh, that needs to be done or that needs to be done. And then that price point of repair work is over $10,000.
Yeah.
How does it work in that situation?
Yeah, so if it's over 10,000, there's typically a deposit required. Normally it's 30%.
Okay, of the total cost.
Of the total cost. Okay. So if it's $20,000, it'd be $6,000 up front. Now, if that becomes a problem, use me as a resource, as a local resource here in the Middle Tennessee market. I do have some sway over that to where we can make some adjustments. We also typically have a time frame on it.
Okay.
The last thing we would want to do is for them to fix up their house and not want to sell it.
Sure, right.
But that's based on market conditions. Right now, it's at about 90 days from the time that we complete the work until payment's due. But again, if for some unknown reason it's on the market for longer than that or doesn't close within that time frame, that's okay. Again, use me as a resource. We just have to have some sort of, loose rules at least.
Sure, right.
So, just again, a differentiating factor, something to make you stand out for sure.
So they sign, I think what you told me before, they sign a promissory note, whether it is under 10 or over 10, right?
Correct.
To confirm that they will pay at time of close.
That's correct.
When the home does sell.
That's correct. Yes. They need to sign a promissory note, it is a business transaction.
Yeah, absolutely. Right? Absolutely. But again, just to think that they can do all of that up front. And many of you are sharing, where we're used to be able to put a house on the market and it, contract immediately. And some of you are still doing that, which is amazing. I'm seeing multiple offers back, which is exciting to see. But certain price points, and or those houses that need a little TLC that we were able to sell or you were able to sell without putting, a new coat of paint or a few repair work to be done on the home. Now it's needed, right, to really shine bright and or to get that to a new price point, like you said, which is a huge thing. So this is a win for you, and I love that many of you know Wes from being in the years of loving on real estate agents, and now you are. What is your tagline now, Wes?
Punchless pool. Is that right?
Mr. Punchless Pool. There you go.
That's right. I've been chasing after real estate agents for a long time now.
Yeah.
Some of you run faster than others, but I've caught a lot of you over the years. So I'm happy to still be working with you in this capacity with Punchless. So it's a great company, really cool value add, and just an exciting.
Well, I was excited to know when you joined forces. I've been working with Punchless for a really long time, even before it became a national firm. It started, off something small and then kind of continued to grow to something even grander. And you shared some exciting news when it came to the National Realtors Association. Yes.
So NAR, National Association of Realtors.
Flip that around.
That's okay. We all knew what you meant. Exciting announcement at the end of last year, I guess it was fall of last year, we announced a national partnership with the National Association of Realtors. Lots of nationals in there. And so we are their nationally preferred renovation and repair company, which is something we're very proud of. You know, an organization like NAR is not going to make that decision lightly without doing their due diligence. And they liked what they saw and saw enough value in it to partner with us nationally. You can go to their website. We're on there.
I love that. I love that.
Press release on there. So.
And I think you said that all of the folks that do the repair work are all licensed and bond and have to go through a whole background check and all the things, right?
Yes. So we work with every trade you can think of: plumbers, electricians, painters, roofers, whatever, all the way up to GCs. If we're doing, a renovation or remodel, yes, they all have to be licensed and insured.
Okay.
If a license is required, handymen, for example, don't have to be licensed.
Okay.
But licensed and insured. We also have W-2 employees, that actually are employed by Punchless that do some of the work themselves for some of the smaller jobs. So we take the contractor portion of this. We call them pros. The pro portion of this very seriously. They're the representatives on site,
right?
So that's very important, and obviously we want them to do a good job. And we have rewards programs for them, where we incentivize them to do a good job.
Wonderful. So is there a warranty attached, as in, if you want to confirm that the job is done properly?
Yes. So any work that we do, we warranty it for a year.
Okay.
So if this is pre-closing work that we're talking about, that is good to decrease the number of post-closing disputes, right? Hey, you said you fixed this thing and it's broken. Don't worry about it. We'll go out there and fix it. We stand behind our product and our work.
Oh, that's amazing. And again, we're talking today to real estate agents and how you can really make a difference with using Punchless in your business. But what's great about your group too, as another value add for real estate agents, you can share that they are able to do all types of repair work for your past clients, right? I mean, you don't have to just be within a closing. You could go out there and help them and just continue to provide that value add, which I think is a huge win.
Yes, absolutely. And so the scope of what we do is anything short of actually building a house.
Okay.
So full home renovation, a home addition, all the way down to changing a light bulb if you want us to change light bulbs for you, hard to reach places. But yeah, so a past client that you remember, we closed on this house 6 months ago, and I remember these clients talking about remodeling the half bath downstairs. This is a reason to call, a reason to reach out to them, value add, instead of just calling them, hey, do you know anybody looking to buy or sell real estate? Which you can get to that, but this is the reason to call and the value that you can bring to them.
Yeah, and somebody you can trust, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, provide that confident professional, which is a huge win.
Yeah.
So let's talk about I'm maybe getting the listing appointment, right? And I'm kind of already, maybe you go out to the property early on and you kind of see exactly what you're about to go after for a listing. Am I able to send you some what ifs? Like, I just quickly noticed a few things need to be done.
Yes.
Can you give me a quick price point of what you think the repair work would be done? Is there a range of prices, or how does that work?
Yes, absolutely. So in that situation, you would just take notes,
okay.
right? And pictures are very helpful.
Okay.
As much information as you can provide. We would like to be able to give the estimate without actually going to the house, and which is normally what we do. But yeah, you could just send it to me, and we can get you a free next day line item cost estimate for all of those items.
Yeah, because I think, really making quite an impression in a listing appointment, and already kind of having that already makes you stand out, right? You're not just talking about, what if, but you really have some concrete information, at least the beginning stages, where you can bring in punch lists within that conversation, which I think would be a win too.
And the agent becomes the expert, right?
Yeah, for sure.
If the client knew everything that agents knew, why would they need a real estate agent? Right. You're the expert, and this is part of the expertise that you bring to the table. Part of the reason that they work with you instead of another real estate agent.
Love that. That. So where are we, and what are we uploading? Is it an inspection report? Is, like you said, it's maybe just my notes? I know for me, I can do the appraisal, report. So where do I just send that to you? Or do I go to a specific site? Walk me through that.
Yeah, so it could be anything. It could be a list. It could be an inspection report. Whatever it is, that's okay. The most common thing that we receive are inspection reports.
Okay.
And that's just super easy. We actually have proprietary software that can actually read that inspection report and spit out an estimate.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes. Which is
fancy.
Really cool. Yeah. I did not design that. But people also lay eyes on it as well. There's quality control.
Right.
But yes, it could be an inspection report. It can be a list of repairs. It could be an appraisal, whatever the situation may be. I would prefer that if you've not interacted with us before, that you go through me, the first interaction. The reason for that is because I would like to set you up an account where I can, if you go through me, I can provide you a 5% discount on all of your estimates moving forward.
Oh, we love a good discount.
Yeah, so if you just go to the regular website, you're not going to get that discount. So again, use me as a resource.
Yes, always and forever. Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
So there's a discount associated, which is great. What about the timing? When we send this information to you, how quickly are we getting a response back, with the repair cost?
If it's an inspection report, it's always going to be next day.
Okay. Wow.
That's a guarantee that we have. If it's a list, typically those are not as detailed. So yes, it could be next day, but sometimes it's 2 days. It just kind of depends. And it depends on what's on that list. If there's water damage, we're not just going to throw a number out at you.
Right.
We have to go to the property and actually look at it ourselves. We don't want to make up a random number and then be wrong. Or if it's a bigger project, if it is some sort of, kitchen remodel or renovation or bathroom or whatever it is, obviously we have to go out to the house for that. But those site visits are free, really quick. We've got local people here who take care of those, very professional, very experienced. And we actually, when we do those site visits, I don't know if you were going to ask about this or not, but we have a partnership with Home Depot.
Okay.
They're actually an investor in our company, and Home Depot and our marketing folks created what they call a lookbook.
Ooh.
So it's any decision you would possibly need to make when remodeling or doing a renovation. It's the fixtures, the the countertops, the backsplash, all the way down to the mailbox, the doors, the windows.
Wow.
And there are 3 different styles that you can choose from. And within those styles, there's a good, better, best option. So a lot of people, a lot of clients, a lot of homeowners might not necessarily know what their vision is for their house.
Yeah, I'm not a visionary, but I'll pick.
You are definitely a visionary, but
but I'm better at
maybe not in that realm.
That realm, yeah. But I do like to. Yeah, I want that one.
Yeah,
or want that one. Yeah.
Some people can map it out in their head. They see it exactly how it's going to be. Other people need a little help, so this is a guide for them. They don't have to order the items from that Home Depot lookbook.
Sure.
That'd be great if they want to, but it just guides them through and gives them some ideas, sparks that imagination.
That's amazing. So there's so much goodness when it comes to punch lists. And those that do not know, definitely reach out to Wes because he's here to, like you said, bring more value adds to really allow you to shine bright. And in today's normalized market, we're calling it, we have to do a little extra work, right? It's not just being dropped in our laps anymore. And that's exactly the reason why I'm here sharing this value add with you. And so when it comes to the mortgage side, renovation loans are coming back, right? We have the 203K and we have the home style. We also are now doing the construction loans as well. So there's lots of opportunity when you join forces with true professionals that really know their stuff in all things their particular lane. So this was great.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else you want to share?
I just want to say that if you're a real estate agent listening out there, CareyAnn and I, we want you to be successful.
Yes.
Right. And maybe there's a little selfishness with that.
I know.
But really, we're champions for you. Yeah. That helps everybody. Right. So we want to provide those tools to, increase your success. And, that's good for everybody. And we're here for you for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. And again, when it comes to those government loans, don't be afraid of them. So many people from a listing standpoint or even a seller standpoint said, don't get me that loan, that's government because ... We here at CareyAnn and MyMortgageTeam, we provide that confidence and trust to get you to the finish line, no matter what type of financing and it is. And I know I can do that because of my friends over at Punch List, just in case if something does come up. Thanks, Wes, for being here with us today. Grateful for our friendship and our partnership. And you as real estate agents, we very much look forward to working with you. We're always here to keep you in the know. I can't wait to have you join us next time.